What's up, guys? I'm sorry, I have a little attitude with the camera right now because I had to start reshooting this vlog because it got all blurry on me for a minute. Sometimes I'm not going to do it now. Sometimes if I move my hand near my camcorder, it gets like, ooh, I'm freaked out, and then it gets all blurry. And then I have to sit here like a ghost and wait for it to get unblurry. It's kind of freaky. Anyway, I'm semi-sweaty, probably not a lot of sweat that you can see right now because I've been walking around a little bit. Threw something in the microwave. Yes, here's Kelly on a Tuesday. This is bothering me right now. Doing my evening workout. Oh, that's my heart rate monitor doing some funny stuff. It slipped down. It's not malfunctioning. I am at 480 calories. I just finished doing Kathy High Reps. I'm going to give it a 5-star, of course. I'm trying to think if there's any of Kathy's workouts that I don't like. And I'm not brown-nosing her because I just met her. We've become besties. But I'm trying to think. I mean, there's some that I don't do. Well, I told her when I met her that I don't do her step because I suck at step. For those of you, I don't know if you do step aerobics, but I am one of the most uncoordinated people on the planet. I'm the type of person that when everybody goes nutty at weddings and they're like, let's do the Macarena, and what's that other stupid thing? The chicken dance, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll be over by the bar getting a cocktail because anything past like the first movement, you have no idea. I actually worked as a cocktail waitress and then I became a bartender at this club in Columbus, Ohio called Headliners. And my friend Wendy, if she's watching this, is going to die laughing because they actually had this point where they're like, we're going to have the bartenders, maybe this was like way before Coyote Ugly ever became a movie, because they're like, we're going to have the bartenders and the dancers do a dance. Why do I feel like my boobs are crooked again today? It's very strange, which I'll get back to. Some of you guys have written me about these tops. Some of you gals, actually. I know that you guys, what your comments are. But anyway, some of the, when I was working at this bar, they wanted us to be able to get up on the bar and dance, and that's when the CNC Music Factory song was out. Wait, what's the move? Gonna make you sweat? And so they had some girl that was into choreography watch the video and try to teach us that movement, and let me tell you, that was my first moment where I'm like, I had realized before that I can't sing, I can't read notes, and my mom tried to make me become a flute player and a violin player, what other instrument? And a piano player. And I don't know how I faked it because I can't read notes. I just don't have that. I don't have that skill, being able to read notes, being able to play cards, because I'm not a fast thinker like that. I'm more analytical and like to think things out and be like, you know, like that. Anyway, music, Headliners. So this girl was trying to teach us, and I still remember like the first like 4 moves of that dance where they're like, or maybe that's Madonna's vote, where they're like dun 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 dun. That's about as far as I got. And I would come home to my roommate Wendy and her boyfriend Doug, and I'd be like, oh my god, you guys, oh my god, this is so cool. Look, I totally learned the first dance, but I'm like only like 30 seconds in, and I'd go like dun 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 dun, and then I'm gonna do like this, and I'm gonna do like this, and then I'm gonna do like this and this, and they'd be like, well, why don't you do the whole thing? And I'm like, well, I haven't really quite gotten that. And then not only did we learn like certain moves, but then the ability to like do those moves with 3 other people at the exact same time. I have mad respect for dancers. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so that's why I sit like this and go, it's really good, I love what you're doing over there. But me, the only time you're gonna see me dancing is when I'm all by myself. And then there's that. So, what was I gonna say? Back to this. Oh, first, you guys were asking me about the Nike tops, as far as the level of support they give. Okay, period, we've talked about this, guys and gals. This is not for guys. Women, if you have boobs, you're kind of screwed, because you're never gonna get a top that is gonna give you support to hold the girls up here, okay? And especially if you wanna do something like running, where it's gonna hold you up and not make you look like they did in 1950s movies where their boobs are sticking out like pencils, like that, right? So you can either get a really good like supportive bra, and then they're usually zipped up to here because it's like some kind of apparatus. For some reason, I don't know why, they haven't figured out, these are not that difficult. You just scoot them up, right? Like why it's that, you know, that there's all these straps and things. Guys, let me tell you, men, if you think that like women look good in these, let me just tell you, watch a woman one time put on a sports bra or a sports tank top like this, you will immediately never, ever, ever, look at her the same again. I would never, ever, ever let a man watch me put this top on, because you got to get it up here. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. And then you're here and you've got this really tight elastic, right? And you're like, and then you have to like get one boob in. And the stuff that we have to go through just to get these hooters to not move all over the place is unbelievable. And then, so I got this top and I was like, you know, these are the Nike tops that I love. And I love how, you can't see it here, but they're really long, so they come down over my pants. And, you know, because I'm not looking to have really short tops and show my belly, blah, blah, blah. So I like that they're long, and I like that they kind of stay in place. They keep the girls in, but obviously I'm still showing a lot of cleavage, so, you know, I wouldn't be looking to really wear this to the gym. That annoys me. I am going to start looking into trying out some other bras, because actually the folks from Athleta, which is owned by Gap, I've heard that they've got some good sports bras, and I guess I kind of have to get over this whole idea. You guys know how OCD about things I am? And I've had this idea that your bra has to hide underneath your straps, right? So say I had a workout top like this, I thought you had to get the perfect bra that matched this, that was the color, that was, you know, people are wearing like, I'm starting to pay attention to what other people wear. And ladies, you can chime in on this. Like apparently you just buy a sports bra and put whatever top over it, and if your sports bra shows, who cares? So all this time I'm putting all this energy and bringing myself that much more closer to needing Botox. And I really shouldn't be worried about it. Who cares if your bra shows? Either your bra is going to show, or your boobs are going to show, or your boobs are going to hang low. So there you go, right? I didn't even need for all that to rhyme. I think it just all rhymed, right? I said, your bra is going to show, your boobs are going to show, straps are going to show, or your boobs will hang low. Someone's going to make a rap song out of that. Anyway, back to this. Oh, see, I almost made my camera get all blurry again. Anyway, Mr. Flo, let me say, okay, so for you guys that have been telling me how I'm not flexing right, apparently, you know, when I flex, I usually go like this, Mr. Flo. Apparently, I'm supposed to go like this, and I'm supposed to hold it. But see, now someone's going to yell at me and tell me that my lighting's off because you're not getting to see in the shadow, right? Or am I supposed to hold it down? I'm not quite sure. You're seeing the muscle, like why do I have to hold it? I don't get it. I feel really stupid doing that. I'm not, you know, at a show. But really worked the shoulders today. You see that? See that nice line that's happening there? And the more that the fat comes off, the beautiful muscle's gonna show. Anyway, back to this. Great workout, 5-star. Don't think I've ever met a Kathy workout that I don't like. Although Kathy, I will tell you, and I can say this because she's my BFF, I was cursing at her a couple of times during this workout. Well, probably 3 times. And by 3 times, I mean 6 or 7. High reps. The only thing I had a problem with in this workout, see how she's using these bands in there? And I'm going to have to ask her about this. I bought the Kathy bands, but they're using these bands for some moves like this. Can you even see this? Okay, where you pull it back, right? And I've done bands before. I've bought bands from Kathy before, and I'm not going to lie, they broke. That's just because I'm so strong. But these bands, either I'm really a lot wimpier than I thought, or they're a lot stronger, or I'm not using the right bands, because they're taking certain bands and going like this range of motion, and I was literally like only able to go like that much. And I'm like, what's up with that? Like they're going like this, and here's me, I'm like, ugh, ugh. So that was a little concerning for me. There were a couple of moves too where I didn't feel a good fit with what she was doing. She did a lot of cool stuff combining a lighter weight and then kind of wrapping the band around the weight. Like she did, you know how normally you get like a really, like if I was going to do, of course I'm going to go blank on the names of these moves. Row. You do a row, and if I was going to do a row, I do a heavy row with like a 20-pound dumbbell. Okay, and pulling up like this, bent over rows. She does them with the band wrapped around a 5-pound weight, and you're pulling up so you've got resistance both ways. I can really feel it. Anyway, again, non-stop. I took some notes. So obviously, we're right at about a 500 calorie burn, maybe a little less because I've been blabbing here. But I kind of, you know, these are my sloppy notes. I just like to take my notes to see like where's my calorie burn coming in. I just find that interesting. So, you know, I started off, there's 6, I think there's 8 circuits. And each circuit is so she'll do like one is legs, one is chest, one is triceps, and they're each paired with a song. And you do, so you just go full force, and she'll do all of her, so for those of you that have been doing Kathy workouts for a while, you'll know what I'm talking about. She has all these different combinations that she'll do. So for example, with an overhead press, you know, you'll do full motion overhead presses, then you do half up, and then you do half down, and then you do full, and then you do what she calls low and slow. So say you're doing lunges, you can change low and slow to be anything. But so if you were doing low and slow for a shoulder press, you, instead of going all the way up, what you do is you come all the way up, you go down, halfway up, halfway up, halfway up, and then all the way up. So she'll do like, she'll start off with shoulder press, and you'll do, you know, all the way up, then she'll do halfway ups, then halfway ups this way, then the low and slow, and then she'll burn them with all the way. So she's just continually changing the tempo, changing what you're doing, and then you just go boom, 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 you don't stop. There's no jumping up and down cardio, there's nothing that does that to get your heart rate up, but my heart rate was like, after the first one, I was at 137, then after the second one, I was at 107, after the third one, I was at 116, so my heart rate wasn't like way up there, but I had a good calorie burn. I'm dripping sweat down my back right now. After the fourth one, I was at 119, 121. So my heart rate was more like between 120, 130. Really steady, not out of breath, but definitely challenging. And I like it. I mean, I really like the amount of different weight workouts that I have, or the different, I don't want to just say weight workouts. I've got so many different workouts now. I just really like the choice. I mean, this is a totally different approach than, say, a Kathy's Muscle Max or like a P90X, and to be able to constantly like mix it up. You know, you need to know, when you have as many DVDs as I do, wow, I'm already at 12 minutes, you need to know like which ones are full body, which ones are more isolation. You know, insanity, that your insanity is an intense cardio, where something like, you know, Brazil butt lift, that's a cardio, but it's not going to be as intense as that. So then you balance out and you can pick. And I'm really excited, because I'm getting back to the place where I'm being reasonable with my workouts, I'm not overtraining, but I have so many things from which to choose, and canceling my gym membership. I'm only working out at home, and it's really awesome. Plus I'm going to mix in going for some runs here and there. And I think what I'm going to do, I got kind of confused, or I was letting myself get confused about yoga, and always worrying, like wanting to do yoga, but I don't know about you guys, when yoga's not the only thing you're doing, I feel like I never can get it in my head, unless I go down with Amy and we do the hot yoga for an hour and a half. I never feel like when I do yoga that I can count that as a workout. I know that's wrong, but it would be hard for me, like if I was going to say, okay, I'll do this full body workout here, then I'll do cardio here, and then I'll do yoga. I just always was going, I was always stressing about yoga, but wanting to do it, but not wanting to substitute yoga for one of my workouts. So now what I'm doing is, yoga is going to be completely separate. And if I want to do yoga 3 nights a week in addition to my workouts, I'm going to do it. Because I don't think that's going to push me into an overtraining zone. It's something that I enjoy, that keeps me zen. We all know I need that. So that's going to be my approach with yoga. But it's all good. Today was a good eating day. You guys, I really have to tell you, did you see what I just did? I totally did not mean to do that. I'm really pissed. That was not meant to be like a, oh, I'm so hot. It's a good thing that's just water. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, the books that I have been reading. I got to tell you guys, like, I'm in such a sorry about the lighting. It's night, it's evening, and I didn't turn my other lights on. I feel so much better and so much more, I hate to use the word in control, but reading that book, that Janine Roth book, and then some of the books I'd read before that, and just calming down about food and kind of recognizing that, okay, you know, my one area of problem is in the past when I've been either really high or really low on my focus, or getting mad and stressed. That tends to be when I turn to food. But just kind of calming down and being reasonable and not putting any limits on, I'm getting so much better about my food. So much better. It's just not an issue. I don't even worry about the stuff anymore. And now it's really just making it easy for me to move forward. And I'm definitely losing weight. I'm looking forward to my next weighing session. How weird is that? I gotta go because my microwave is buzzing and I got a phone call. So you guys have a great rest of the week. keep being awesome and keep telling me how awesome I am. That's really what this is all about, isn't it? See ya.